Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So it's Monday, which means it's time to decorate. So I'm just jumping into my planner. So this week is going to be a challenge week. This week should be my, oops, forgot to take the other page out. It should be my grand final week. It's not going to be my grand final week because I need to pre-film this. So I'm a little bit ahead of myself. Because I'm in Adelaide. I'm coming back from Adelaide today, as in when you see this, it'll be today. I'll be in the car driving halfway across the country. So I've obviously pre-filmed this. This would normally be where I do my big grand final thing, but I don't know who's in the grand final yet, and I can't film 4 different versions for all the different ways it could still be. So I'm just going to do a challenge week instead. So this one has been challenged by Kath. She did it a really long time ago. Kath, I'm so sorry. It has taken me this long to get to it. So she challenged me to do a mushroom week. And that sounds really, really simple, except none of my mushrooms match each other. So what I've done is I've gone through my entire collection and everything here has a mushroom in it. So I have my mushroom washi tape, which is from like the original, my original Cute collection, which matches up to this one, which has some of the mushrooms in it. I think it's only got one. Might have some mushroom paper here somewhere. It's also in this one. There's some mushrooms in here. There's also some mushrooms in this one with this beautiful sweet range. So I've got that sticker book. I've then also got 2 other sticker books. This is the From the Forest one. I think this was the first thing I ever bought off Gumtree, like Kikki.k related. And then this one as well, which I got in a recent haul. So I'm going to try and stick all of this together. I don't know if it's going to work. In fact, I probably think it won't work. But Kath challenged me and I will do my very, very best. So, how the heck am I going to start this? I think what I'm going to do is grab, this is the limited edition Cute Paper Lovers book that came out near Christmas. I still love that so much and I'm still annoyed at myself that I haven't had a chance to use it yet. So I'm just double checking that there's no more mushrooms in here before the piece that I'm going to use. Sometimes you forget what are actually in all these different collections along the way. No, I don't think there's anything other than those mushrooms. Ooh, actually, maybe there's some here. I just really don't want to use the big bright pink mushrooms. I just think it might be too much, but I think that might be all there is. Oops. Oh, cute polar bears. They are gorgeous. I love those polar bears. So there's a couple of mushrooms. No, there's no mushrooms on that page. I thought there was for some strange reason. Alright, so we're going to grab this big page here. These are sort of the mushrooms I think about when I think of Kikki.k mushrooms. So I'm going to cut this sort of that way and have one sitting along with each side. And then, I don't know yet, but I'll probably use this mushroom washi tape along either the top or the bottom. Just need to see what it looks like. So I'm just grabbing my trimmer. No, I will have to use my bigger one. So I'm still a little bit nervous with this one. I think I said it last week. I just don't quite know yet where it's cutting. I did manage to fix it. If you were watching last week, you'll know that I was having some issues with it. But I did manage to get the ruler to sit flat, so because I just don't know where it's going to cut, so I'm just hoping that that's in the middle. So what I have found is you kind of have to push a little bit hard. So I'm just grabbing it and just pushing all the way down. Didn't hit it, which is all that matters. So I'm going to do that on the other end as well, like on the other, for another strip. So just lining that up, making sure that paper's straight. I'm sure I'll get better at using this trimmer along the way, but just at the moment it feels really foreign. There we go. So just put that off to the side. So I'm going to stick these down. What I'm going to do, I will fix this because it isn't quite straight. It's enough straight, but not. So I'm going to cut the top mushroom off. I will use him as a sticker somewhere else. So I'm just going to cut that off. And I'm going to fix, bang. I'm just going to fix this line up a little bit. It just feels not straight. I'm sure it is. It just feels not straight to me. So just grabbing this tube of washi that I bought in my Blitzy order a couple of weeks ago. And what I want to do is run this pink down the side first. That way I can cover up the numbers. So I'm just going to put that straight down the side, and then I'm going to cover up half of it anyway. So I was going to say doesn't matter too much if you don't put it down perfectly straight, but then I went and completely stuffed it up. So let's do that again, shall we? And then I'm going to put that just there, which is going to push it over to the edge, but still make it look really pink, which it definitely does. Almost looks too pink. So I'm just going to put my glue tape all down the sides. Just making sure I cover up all the writing. And if I can, try and keep the mushrooms on the page. Give that a good stick down. And then just trimming off the excess. I did miss just a little bit with this washi here, so I'm just trimming that a little as well. There we go. It actually looks kind of cool with the stripies. And I didn't cut too much of the mushrooms off at the top or the bottom, which is good as well. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side with the washi, because I do need that bit to match up. Mess happening here. And then I'm also just going to punch out all of the holes. Alright, so I think that actually looks really cool. What I don't think then is going to look cool is if I put this along the bottom. I'll just roll out a little bit. Don't want to roll out too much because this washi tape's hard to find. I just think that's going to go overkill. And we need to kind of, because there's lots of different themes in here, like they're all mushrooms obviously, but there's all different collections and everything. I think perhaps it's going to push it too far. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of these off so that I can see what I'm working with. So you can see there's a lot going on. Alrighty, so the really hard thing is that all the other mushrooms really don't match, but I do definitely want to do the tops and the bottoms sort of the same way I normally do. So what I'm grabbing is this piece, this envelope out of the original Cute Paper Lovers book. Oops. I hate when they don't come out the way they should. Peekaboo. What I want to do is use this pink to sort of cover up the top, at least the top. I don't know yet about the bottom. maybe I will use those mushrooms at the bottom, and then I can sort of start adding in some of the others, but I need to bring it all together still. And that sounds really weird, but it'll make sense when you put it all together. So I'm just popping out the envelopes. I don't want to use it and I don't want to waste it. So I'm putting that back in the book. I'm just going to steal this bit here. And I'm going to stick it right up against the edge here. And then I'm going to stick all the days of the week back in. I've just got to work out how I'm going to do that on the other side. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm just going to cut it sort of roughly where I need it, and then I can fix it up afterwards. I'm just going to glue that one in. Grabbing that stripy washi again. I just want to see what this looks like before I do it. Maybe that's how I bring the bottom in. Maybe I put this along the bottom. Don't know if that's mushroomy enough. Definitely going to put this on the other side. Thankfully it's just big enough. So to put the days of the week back in, I'm going to use this gorgeous tape, washi tape from Chiyogami Designs. I'm pretty sure that's how you say the name. I just bought this off their website, which I'll link down below. But I just love the idea of having washi tape days of the week. There is some really thin washi as well, which is much more colourful, but just not quite, I don't think, going to work this week. Almost feels like these ones are too big and the other ones are too small, but it's okay. So I'm just going to trim these off and just make them look pretty and put them in. So you can make these into flags if you want to, just for this week, because they are a little bit see-through anyway. I'm not panicking too much about that. What I do want to make sure is that it's going to sit flush so that it doesn't have anything peeling on the side. So I'm just putting that as close to the edge as I can. I just don't want it to go up onto the paper too much. Oh, that looks a bit bigger than I think I thought it was going to, but I like it. So the unfortunate thing about basically everything in my house is that it gets covered with dog hair. And I will not use this bit of washi tape that's got so much dog hair attached to the back of it. I don't even know how it got dog hair attached to it, but it did. I just want to try and get just this big bit of hair off if I can. So for the Sunday, because I've obviously got all of this stuff here, I feel like I need to cover it up. So we might do something a little bit different with the Sunday. Just trying to decide what that something different will be. Just in the meantime, I'm going to cut this the way it should be. I'm going to put one of these mushrooms in. This is the start of me bringing in some of the others. I'm going to grab this mushroom, a couple of these ones. So I'm going to grab a few of the ready pink ones. This is the scary part. This is the part where I don't know if this is going to work or not, or if it's just going to end up looking like a big mushroomy mess. I'm also going to grab one out of here, or a couple out of here. I feel like I'm missing a sticker book that had mushrooms. I don't remember which one it was. Oh, it might have just been that there was a whole page of mushrooms in this one. No? I don't remember. I'm going to use this one here to cover up that Sunday. I'm just going to put a couple of these in other places along the way. Don't want to put them in too normal a place. I'm going to cover that one there. I know you can still see the two popping out on the side, but I think it'll be okay. I almost just want to cover this up with white. I really don't want to cover it up with pink. I don't know if that's going to work. If it's just going to look really obviously covered. I think I'm going to try it anyway. I'm just cutting off the little knobs because that's where the envelope popped out of. And then just making sure these lines are as straight as I can make them. I think that's still obvious, but I think it's okay obvious. I'm going to try it. Not quite sure if this week's going to work in general, so if this is the part that looks funny, I'll be very surprised. I'm going to put that just there, staying under the line if I can so that it looks like it's almost supposed to be there. And then just again cutting off the excess. And then putting the Sunday in over the top. Oops, helps if you put it straight. You see what I mean there with the dog hair? It's just you can see it sitting out there. So I'm going to put the days of the week in on the other side as well. I will just move this mushroom, if I can get in underneath him, just to cover up the 25 if I can. And then I'm just going to cut out this one here to cover up the Tuesday. But I'm just trying to sort of keep the difference going, but you kind of now going the opposite way, trying to make, instead of trying to make them blend all in together, kind of going the opposite direction and trying to make them all stand out from each other. Ryan was just saying he really likes the bold letters, and I agree. I think they look cool. So I'm going to grab this other one here. I know you can tell that the Sunday has been covered up, but it's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be, so that's good. So just rescuing this little mushroom. We'll put him somewhere. And then we really need to put in some more mushrooms. So I don't quite know where I'm going to put him yet, but we'll work that out in a minute. So I'm just grabbing, this is the part of the sticker kit from the Planners Anonymous Treat Yourself kit. I don't have a day off next week. I've got Monday off, but that's when I'm driving home from Adelaide, which I'll write there in a minute. But there's just a few things that I need to remember to do along the way, like just reminders, which you saw I took all off all of these ones. So I'm going to try and use some of these to do that, and I just was using the pink more than anything else. So I'm just grabbing this one here, and I'm going to put that sort of flagging down from the top. Deliberately leaving just a little bit of a gap there. And then I'm going to write one of them, write that one back in. Just don't know how this pen's going to do on this sticker. Then I'm going to grab this slightly bigger box. I'm just going to put this one on Thursday. It doesn't really need to be any particular day, but it's just sort of going to be my to-do box. I'm actually just going to grab the box back in, hopefully not hitting anything along the way. Just want to get this one with the to-dos and everything. I'm just going to grab this one that says to-do. love this kit. Like, not just this one, I love all of them, but it's just such an awesome way to get planner supplies. So I'm just going to write some of these in here, and then I'm just throwing these little notes away along the way so I know which ones I've put in and which ones I haven't. I'm not going to write the details of the grand finaling because I like to do that in the team's colours, and because I don't know who those teams are yet, I can't do that. So I'm going to leave that one off, but I'm just going to put that post-it note back in for now. I also just need to write, just seeing if there is any, I don't really want to use reminders, but it's definitely not a happy face. Just a little thing. It's an anniversary of a passing of a friend on this day, so I just wanted to put something just to remind me of that. Not that it's a good thing to remember, but I wonder if I've got a little. Let's get a little mushroom. See if I've got a little one here. I want that one. I knew which one I wanted as soon as I thought of that. I saw him in here before. This little one here. There are lots of different, like, other coloured mushrooms all through here. Oh, that kind of doesn't work because I've got that red one right there. There are other coloured mushrooms all through here. There's some blues and some greys and some oranges. I'm trying to avoid the blues a little bit just because I feel like it's going to counterbalance the pink. So that's why I'm not doing that. I feel like I need mushrooms on the top still. I'll put that one there and that one there. Wow, every day's got a reminder. And I still have one more to go, so I've got to put one on Monday. I just like the way that was sitting there before, so I'm just going to put him there. So you put one back on Monday. I know this is going the opposite way to all the others, but I'm going to put that one that way. And then it's also Brownlow Metal Night, so we need to put... Do I have a shiny mushroom? Are there any shiny ones in here? Oh, I know where there's a shiny mushroom. I'm nearly there. I just feel like I'm missing something at the top. So I'm just going to grab some more of these ones here. I'm still avoiding the greens, so I'm just going with the reds and the oranges. I'm going to grab a couple of these ones, and then also a few of these ones as well. Feels like too many mushrooms now. I went too far. I went too far with the mushrooms. Now I'm going to grab this one. So these were stickers that a subscriber made for me, so I'm going to just steal this one. Do you know what? I feel like this has gone back to actually doing stuff. I feel like I haven't done a lot in the last couple of weeks, and I've just been decorating for the sake of it. This is the first week in a long time that I feel like I've actually got stuff on that I need to plan. So I'm really happy to have returned to an actual planner, like a need for a planner. I love that. I love the text. I don't mind so much that the numbers aren't there. I think I can live with that, and if I really can't, I'll write them in myself. The colours look really nice. It's just maybe the different kinds of mushrooms has gone too far, but strangely enough, they're actually kind of starting to grow on me. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Thank you so much to Kath for challenging me for this one. I hope I did it justice. If there's anything you guys would like to challenge me on, you can leave it down below or on any of my social medias. Also let me know what I could have done better in this one. I feel like it's not quite perfect, but I really do love the washi tape. I think the days of the week have come up really, really nicely. And I will link the website down below as to where you can get them from. There is a bricks and mortar store as well as an online store. So you can get your hands on so many different kinds of washi tapes. If you haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss any videos. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this one. And I will see you again really, really soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.